Hello, welcome to week 13. We are continuing our arguing a position paper. You are going to be turning in your rough draft this week. Before you do that, we are going to, with our class discussion, we are going to turn in our opening paragraphs. Yes, you're going to turn in your introduction. Your introduction should include a hook, necessary background information so the reader understands where your paper is going to be going, and it should conclude with a thesis that is super clear and that gives us an introduction to the reasons that you are going to be using as support, as in the evidence that you are going to be using to back up your position, to back up your thesis. So that is one thing we're going to be doing. So it's like a little mini peer review that we're going to be doing. Your rough draft is due on Saturday. This is your last paper. I cannot stress to you enough how much you need to do your best, read comments that your classmates and I leave you. There is some of you throughout class that I have left you comments and those have been ignored. Please don't ignore my comments because I am trying to help you. So when you turn in your rough draft at the end of this week, please read through the comments that you receive. Classmates, please leave your peers great constructive feedback. We are all trying to help each other. We learn by reading other people's texts. And it's really not going to help anyone for us to just say, good job. One thing I want to discuss with last paper, and this is something that happened in your reporting information, and I'm still seeing a little bit in the analyzing text paper, and that is you must use a signal phrase. Okay, so I want to, this is an example of an argument paper. It is in this introduction, so you can read through it as well. So notice we have a signal phrase as described by the American Board for Cosmetic Surgery website, and then we have our quote, and then we have our citation. Some of you are forgetting your signal phrases. You must use a signal phrase every time you are citing. That includes paraphrasing. I am seeing some paraphrasing happening in which there is no signal phrase. When that happens, it's going to look like you are plagiarizing. You need to give credit to the source that you are paraphrasing from, okay? So look, here's another one. Furthermore, the article explained, and then we have this paraphrase here. There is a little bit of a quote, okay? And here is the citation. Don't forget about et al. Your citation should be short. It should not take up an entire line. If there's multiple authors that you are citing, don't forget about et al. Don't forget, of course, about the page number as well. On your references page, one more time, alphabetical order. Hanging indent, that means these are all here at the margin, and then the indentation is happening afterwards. Notice this person, there's sources, okay? We've got sources from the database. We have also some .orgs as well. They are citing the specific page numbers that they are using. You have to cite the page that you're getting this from. This is good practice for you for the remainder of your college career. So these little things, these are going to add up. So make sure that if you're not quite sure, you're either asking or you're looking it up. Our Norton book is a great resource, and you, of course, can always reach out to me as well. I would love to help you. So all of your quotes, they must be given a signal phrase right here as affirmed in USA Today magazine article. Here's the quote, here's the citation, and of course, like I just said, the page number is right there. Some of you are really rocking this, you're grasping it great, and for if you don't feel like you're quite getting a handle, this is your last paper, this is your last chance in this class to get those easy points and to just do your best to really assert yourself as a writer who understands how citations work. So don't forget also, this is a formal paper. There is no first person, there is no direct address, and you should never be referring to your writing directly, as in the statement, this essay will argue that blah, blah, blah. Don't do that. This is a formal paper. Please do not do any of those three things. That is going to be in your checklist as it has already been. Don't forget things like your title page. Easy points. This is something we've done for all of our essays. You need to do it for your last one as well. So this week you will be turning in your rough draft, turning in your opening or your introduction first though. Those are going to be due on Wednesday because this is a class discussion and those are always due on Wednesdays. When your classmates give you feedback, please take that into consideration. Implement their suggestions into your paper. They are constructive, objective readers, and they're helping you. So make sure you implement those things, and that is kind of it for this week. How are your inquisitives coming? If you have not done very many, the clock is ticking now. This week ends on the 16th of November, and that means that we are almost to the end. It's going to go by super fast. Next week, all you are doing is doing peer reviews and turning in your final draft, and that's it. So yeah, make sure you're good to go, that you're going to have a low stress end of the semester. Please ask questions. Those of you who have reached out to me, you've probably noticed that you've done really well on your papers because you are thinking about, how can I do this? How can I word this? Is this the correct way to cite something, to quote something? Is this source a credible source? Ask me all of the questions. I'm here to help you. All right, we are ready, and let's have a great week.